Hey there, y'all. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be looking at another little thrifty haul that I did. It was for my fiance's birthday. I took them out and treated them to a bunch of stuff, but also got myself a bunch of stuff. So basically, am I missing a bag? I think there's mostly DVDs in the other one. Hold on, I'll get it. Just in case there's books in here too, we'll just do both of them together. But yeah, so went and got a bunch of stuff, and we're gonna talk about that today. So let's get started. Okay, so an idea I had, and it's kind of like a little series that I want to do, is I want to get like kind of obscure books, like ones that aren't currently popular, are a bit older, and I guess that people normally wouldn't really talk about that much, and see if they're any good. And for this initial version of that, I wanted to get like kind of random obscure like fantasy and sci-fi books from like, you know, a while ago, and kind of see if they're any good. So one of the ones I got, and I think this one isn't that old. It looks like it was published, let's see, 2009. So it's not that old, but I definitely got some that look like they're from like the 80s at least. But yeah, so this first one is called Imager, and that is a very cool cover, and it's by L.E. Modesitt Jr. And it is a fantasy novel. He's a journeyman artist, and he discovers he's an imager, one of the few in the entire world of Terranar who possess the power to visualize things and make them real. That idea is really cool to me. It kind of reminds me of in Mortal Instruments, Shadowhunters, the power that Clary has. So I just thought that was kind of cool. So we're going to read that and see if it's any good, and check back in at some point. So that is one of the books I got for that specific purpose. And then let's see. This, I've seen a few books by this person, and he did like a whole series, and they are chunky ass books. And this one's called The Saxon Shore. It's by Jack White, and he's basically, it's an ongoing saga of the birth of the Arthurian legend. So he's got a few books in this series. Let's see, does it list them out in here? I don't know. But this one is, it opens as the orphaned Arthur, heir to the colony of Camelot, and born with both Roman heritage and the blood of the Iberian Scots, Merlin is now the sole custodian of the great dream of his ancestors, So it's like, really getting into the nitty-gritty of like the Arthurian legend of Arthur and the sword in the stone and all that stuff. And that is a story that definitely intrigues me and I'd like to read more of. So I just thought that was really cool. As you can see, it is a chunky freaking book. It's what, almost 800 pages, 750-ish. And yeah, so just seemed really interesting. So I decided to pick that up. I think I got 2 from this author. Maybe I did. I don't remember. This next one, oh, so this is one of the like, is this any good? This old sci-fi book. But this is called Gorgon Child by Stephen Barnes. And the cover is really cool. It also has like the raised letters. I really miss kind of this style of cover. And then this says, raised on the streets of a devastated 21st century, torn by plagues, riots, and social decay, Aubrey Knight was trained to be a lethal killing machine. Betrayed by those who created him, he survived a living hell to become a new kind of hero, strong enough to confront evil, yet caring enough to save the world. But now, a fanatical religious leader plots to enslave the nation and tampers with the sanctity of life itself. To save America from tyranny, Aubrey Knight must battle an inhuman army of super soldiers and confront the terrors of his own past. Is it good? I don't know. But it's just like, it's that, like 80s style. Everyone used this exact font. It's got that old book smell. The pages are yellowed, like good stuff, you know? So is it good stuff? I don't know. It's very intriguing looking. So yeah, that's one of the books I got for that kind of little idea I had for obscure random books. Another one was this one. It's called Sister Light, Sister Dark by Jane Yolen, and it says the Hans Christian Andersen of America, that's quite a statement, but that's a really cool cover. The two ladies. And then the back cover is obviously covered by a sticker, so I can't really read what it says. All I can make out is, then great Alta plaited the left side of her hair. The gold something something fell into the sinkhole something something. She drew up the something something something. I don't know. I can't read the back. But yeah, it looked weird and interesting, maybe. So I picked that one up. We'll see what the heck that is about. Then we got Conspirator. That is also a very interesting cover. And this is by C.J. Cherry. Cherry? Is that how you say that last name? And then this one, it's aliens, a civil war, factions, rebellion. Yep, stuff happening. So that seemed kind of weird and strange. Yeah, I thought that would be kind of cool, maybe. So we'll see how that one is. This one's a hardcover. When did this get published? So, this one's also a 2009. Okay. But yeah, that seemed strange and weird. Thought I would look into that. This one is, I think, one my partner got. Never Let Me Go by Kazuo Ishiguro. That one's a popular one. People like that one. That one was one my partner got. This is another one that I got. The King's Buccaneer. Also a very strange cover. And this is by Raymond E. Feist. This one was published 1992 initially. Again, the freaking back is covered by a sticker. Yeah, there I can see son of prince, inexperienced, irreverent squire, a life beyond, attacked by an unknown assailant, destruction, abduction. The raiders have come from a pirate haven and are no ordinary foe, but an enemy connected to dark magical forces that threaten the lands Nicholas will someday rule, if he survives. So, yeah, that seemed kind of weird and interesting too. I tried to pick ones that I would like, potentially, to give myself a better chance of giving it a good review. And anything to do with pirates, I surely will like. So that was one of them. This is, I think, another one that my fiance got, The Island of Dr. Moreau. That's another classic, H.G. Wells. This one I would love to read because I have watched this movie, but this is another one that they got. Filth by Irvine Welsh. The movie is wild. It's got, oh my god, James McAvoy. as a horrible cop. So that cover is very perfect for it. I will be reading that one too, for sure, of theirs. This next one I think is another one that they got, Peony in Love by Lisa C. That sounds interesting. 17th century China, based on historical events. Cool. I love that. This is another one I got. This one, oh, it's Tamora Pierce. So this is an author I've heard about. And this is a Circle of Magic book. And this is the first one, Sandry's book. So yeah, that's a kid's one, but it's a fantasy. So that's one I just wanted to read anyways. Because yeah, I forget where I've heard her, that she's good. But yeah, so this seemed interesting. This is published when? 99? Scholastic? I don't know. I guess, yeah, it says Scholastic right there. I miss Scholastic book fairs. But yeah, so I got that one. And then, let's see. Love After the End, an anthology of two-spirit and indigiqueer speculative fiction, edited by Joshua Whitehead. Cool. That's another one that my partner got. So that seems super interesting as well. Does it have a little sticky note? I guess somebody sticky noted it at some point. Yeah, the cover's pink. I like that. Yeah, so that was all the books we got in that haul. And then, what DVD-wise, I think these are mostly DVDs in here. It looks that way. We got another 2 seasons of Friends, and I think I'm only missing 1 season now. I believe it's like either the 1st season or the 10th season I'm now missing. Or like 8 still. But it's just like one, I think it's just 1 I'm missing now. So we got some good old Friends. This was like a really good haul. And actually, speaking of the book holes, I've also forgotten what's in here. We got the movie holes now. So we can do both. We can read it and watch it. And that's a great movie. I mentioned the book in my last video. And then what else? Okay, so we have, ooh, I feel like I picked this one. Center Stage, the movie about the dancers or ballerinas or whatever they are, and they're all kind of awful to each other, but I remember it being a really good movie. What a Girl Wants, classic. Love that movie. Classic Amanda Bynes, Colin Firth as her dad. Very fun movie. And then, oh, we got another season of Friends. Okay, so we do have season 1. I think I'm still missing 1 season, but we got that one. I don't actually know. I don't remember if I've watched this movie, but I remember when it came out, and it seems very silly. It's called Mambo Italiano. Shout out if you've watched this one. The main character is a gay guy, and he has a partner, and he's got an Italian family, and shenanigans ensue, because I think they don't know he's gay. They just think he's his roommate. And yeah, it's, you know, it's one of those kind of early, whatever, 2000s or something, queer rom-coms. So that's a fun one. Let's see. Oh, I think we got all 3. Yep. We found all 3 Matrixes. So that's a vibe. Exciting. You know, we all love the Matrix. Even the 3rd one. It's fine. So yeah, we got the Matrix movies. I actually realized, I'm pretty sure I have Planes, Trains, and Automobiles already, but what I really need to do, and let me know if you have a similar problem and have thought of this, is I really want to make like an Excel document or Google Doc or something that has all of our movies listed. That way when we're out and about looking for movies, we don't double buy, because there's probably been at least 5 movies, maybe more, that I've double bought by accident because I forgot that I had bought it already. And you know, it's usually only a few bucks, but why buy something if you already have it, right? In this case. So I do want to make like a inventory so that way I don't double buy by accident. So anyway, planes, trains, and automobiles. We'll have to get rid of that, I guess. Top Gun, OG Top Gun, low-key queer as shit movie. Like, they're so sweaty men with each other, whatever. Yeah, Top Gun, classic. Bridesmaids. I was just thinking about this movie the other day. That's a fun movie. I freaking love this movie. So hilarious. Everybody in it is just so funny. If you have not seen this movie, please do. It's so, so funny. This movie I've never seen before, but I feel like people have talked about it randomly in videos that I've watched, and it's First Night with Sean Connery, what's his face? Richard Gere and Julia Ormond. And you know, as I've mentioned a few times, I'm definitely on this like night kick. I have this story idea I want to write, but I don't really know what the story is yet about a night. So yeah, we got this movie. Misery, Stephen King. I did not buy a copy of Misery when I saw it in like one of the thrift stores in Aurelia, in one of the indie bookstores in Aurelia, and I regret it because. So here's the secret, guys, and Bookstar Sick members, I apologize. I don't. Like, I'm not huge on Stephen King. Like, I appreciate the man and his art, and I've read some of his books, but I'm just not, like, a hardcore fanboy like some people are, and I know that's fine. But Misery does seem like an interesting story, you know, the fact that there's an author who's being, like, held captive by this crazy woman, and, you know, we love Kathy Bates, so that's an exciting one to have. I've never seen it before. I've never read it before. And then this one, my partner picked. It is 20 spaghetti westerns, and I do love a western. I haven't seen a lot of like classic old school westerns, but I would love to sit down and watch these. I love western movies, so that is just like a crazy good deal with 20 of them. That's wild. Ooh, I forgot we got these. The Holiday. That's a classic. Love that movie. Such a fun Christmas holiday movie. What else? Almost done. Ooh, every time I see this movie in a thrift store, I want to buy it. And for some reason, I'm like, no, we won't buy it. But it's so fun and so silly, and it's Maverick. I don't know, if you've never seen this movie, it's just like a very silly western. And it's like con artists and gambling and shenanigans. So yeah, that's a classic one. And then we've got Alien trilogy. So the first three, Alien, Aliens, and Alien 3. So I've actually never seen any Alien movie all the way through, except like Aliens versus Predators. I feel like I've seen that one. Alien, I've seen the last like 15 minutes a bunch of times, and I feel like there's a few movies where that's kind of my experiences. For some reason, just seen the last little bit of them. But yeah, so now we got the trilogy. We can watch that. But yeah, that's kind of what it is. Like I said, I'm especially excited to get into these more like obscure, random old books, like these strange creatures over here. And like in terms of the movies and stuff, like there's just certain ones where you really want it, even though you can probably find them on a freaking streaming service or whatever. Like those are the ones where, you know, I like the option of watching it without having to pay for it, or like if your internet's down or something, you can still enjoy Matrix or whatever, you know? But yeah, so that's our little thrifty haul. That's all the videos for today. You won't know this except that I've told you multiple times over the videos that I filmed that I filmed a whole bunch in one day. So this is the last one for today, and now I need to organize my shit. But first, I'm probably gonna have lunch. But yeah, once again, feel free to comment, stuff in the comments, because that's what they're for. Follow me on social media. It's the same name as it is here, Elliot Pen and Page. And, you know, we're gonna chill and have a good time together, and I hope you did chill and have a good time with me. You know, I've been doing good, mostly. It was my birthday a couple days ago, November 15th. I'm a Scorpio. And I had a really nice day with family. And I got gift cards that I'm gonna use to buy books as presents, mostly. And I got a nice bookish pillow that will be perfect for propping up while I'm reading in bed, so I don't have to use my goofy squishmallow anymore. And, you know, the world is worlding, I guess. But we're here, and we're okay, and everything's fine, mostly. But thank you for joining me. Hope to see you soon. I really appreciate, you know, every watch and like and comment on this channel, and I am excited to keep going with it, because I love books, and I love talking about them, and I love buying them, and I really just need to read more. I am reading a book currently, actually, and I have been reading books. I finished the Tea and Tones quadret. I finished the last one, Alchemy and a Cup of Tea. It was obviously wonderful. Rebecca Thorne is amazing and such a good author, and I'm so excited to read more of her books. The Gilded Abyss is getting a traditional release, traditional publishing release. Like right now it's happening, I'm pretty sure. She's got a solar punk sci-fi book coming out that's, I believe, available for pre-order. And she also has a nonfiction book that I really want. And I just finally started reading Lucky Day by Chuck Tingle. Chuck Tingle is also an author that I just absolutely adore. That book is wild. That second chapter, bro, crazy. Absolute crazy. I really didn't know what to expect when I started reading it, and none of that is what I expected. And I'm probably gonna read that later today and finish it, because I need to know what's going on and what's happening. But yeah, I am gonna be reading more. I really want to get on tracking my reading a bit better on some public platform. Like maybe, I know people use Goodreads, but there's that Storygraph one. I do have a journal I've been using to write stuff by hand, and I'm enjoying doing that. And I just have other stuff that I'm planning and trying to work on, and it's just hard, you know, life, jobs, full-time jobs leave you with not a lot of time and energy to get all the things you want done, and I'm just the kind of person who has many interests and has a lot of things that I want to do. So, what can you do? But anyway, we try. But yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to me ramble. As always, take care of yourselves. Have a nice day, and we will see you next time. Peace out. Oh.